Welcome to FanDraftPicks.com, the world leader in free daily selections for FanDuel and DraftKings. Today is Thursday, January 29th, 2015, and this is our NBA selection show. Let's get right to the action, guys. There are 4 games in the NBA slated for tonight, and it's a bit of an odd night, and I'll share with you why. In these 4 games, if you look, we've organized it by fantasy points. Nobody is in the 40s. Not one single superstar who averaged in the 40s. No Hardens, no Anthony Davises. So we need to find some good picks tonight. Our first pick is Elfrid Payton, the point guard of the Orlando Magic. He's $6,000 on FanDuel. He's $5,600 here on DraftKings. Okay, if you look at some of his recent numbers, he has averaged 26 points or more in 8 consecutive games. That's pretty impressive. And if you look at the minutes, the dude gets minutes. 37, 31, 36 minutes in his last 3. Okay, he recently scored 48.5 fantasy points against Memphis. Let's take a look at that game and see how he got near 50 points. He took a lot of shots, was 9 for 16 from the field. He had a lot of assists, as any point guard, good point guard should at 12. But he had 2 steals. The steals are a big factor in fantasy basketball. If we can get him scooping up steals, that bodes very well for him. Let's look how Milwaukee handles opponent steals. In opponent steals, the Bucks are terrible. They're the 4th worst team in the NBA at 8.5. That might not seem big, but it is. If Payton can put in 17 to 20 points and get 4 or 5 steals, it's going to be big. Hey, this game in Vegas also bodes well for him too, because the over-under is 207. When you have a high over-under like that, lots of points, lots of assists, lots of steal opportunities. Okay, let's bring another guy that we know is going to bring the bacon home. Absolutely know it. It's got to be this guy right here, Pau Gasol. He is in a sweet matchup tonight versus the LA Lakers. If you pull up here on FanDuel, he's 9,500, and we look at some of his recent games, if we see that 4 of his last 7 games, he's exceeded 40 points. And he cranked out that 70-plus pointer a month ago, or less than a month ago. So he can bring big fantasy points. Okay, let's go pull him up on DraftKings. We'll see that he's 9,300 on DraftKings. And let's take a look at some of his recent games. Well, the one big thing, let's just take a look. We know how well he does. He played Golden State last night, and he scored 58 points. He didn't shoot particularly well, had 7 field goals, but he had 16 rebounds and 4 blocks. That's the big thing. 16 boards and 4 blocks. Can he do that against the Lakers, or can he get more is our question. We think he can get more, and here's why. If you pull up Pau Gasol, you'll see that when it comes to blocks, he is tied for 3rd. No, he's tied for 4th in the league. This guy is incredible when it comes to blocks. If we pull up rebounds, we're going to see that he is, actually I got that last one, he's 4th in blocks. And here, if we pull him up in the NBA in rebounds, he's the 5th best guy in rebounds. Actually tied with Zach Randolph as 4th best in rebounds. But what's really nice, if you look at defensive rebounds, Pau Gasol is 3rd in the NBA. So Gasol is a monster night in, night out when it comes to blocks and steals. We want to know, how do the Lakers handle that? If we pull up the Lakers here and we pull them up in opponent rebounds, boom. Lakers 5th worst in opponent rebounds. What's really nice is then if we pull up Lakers in opponent defensive rebounds, Lakers are third worst. Now, if you remember, Gasol is the third best. So that is a matchup that where Gasol can get 20 plus boards, should I say easily, tonight against the Lakers. Another thing that bodes well for him, if you pull this game, look at points allowed. Lakers are 29 out of 30 teams at 106 points allowed. Okay, the two guys that we're recommending tonight are the point guard Elfrid Payton of the Orlando Magic and the big man, power forward Pau Gasol of the Chicago Bulls, who has a pretty easy matchup with the LA Lakers. Hey, make sure you visit us every day at FanDraftPicks.com as we offer a wealth of fantasy information directly aimed at FanDuel and DraftKings players. We offer free picks in NBA, NHL, NCAA hoops. We have our value pick of the day where we'll give you a great insight on a value pick. We'll give you our NBA Spotlight where we profile 3 different superstars for the night. Our NHL Spotlight where we profile 1 NHL player each night who we think will score big. And as always, we offer complete lineup projections in FanDuel and DraftKings formats. We can get you closer to those guaranteed prize pools than you've ever been in your life. Okay, this is our NBA selection show for Thursday, January 29th. Make sure you come back tomorrow as we'll have a big night in the NBA Friday night. We'll give you winners then for Friday night too.